Hello and welcome to this video on the Life After Brady channel. Today we're going to go through the Patriots' first four offensive plays from Sunday, what they could have learned from what the Dolphins were doing. So to start the game, first and 10 at the 19-yard line. They're in 11 personnel, which is a personnel they really were forced to most of the game with Jonnu Smith out and no real fullback on this roster. You're really forced into 11 personnel or 10 personnel if you really wanted to be, but Hunter Henry ended up playing all offensive snap. So he's here. You got Ramondre back here. You're going to send Jacoby Myers in motion. The one thing you're going to learn from this motion, this is more of a gadget play, so I'm not entirely sure what you're going to learn for other plays, but you do learn that they're in man-to-man coverage, as we'll see here. They're man across the board. They're also in man press, one thing you see there, and that's going to be a theme throughout that they can use. It's something I was a little confused of why they saw this and did not go to Kendrick Bourne earlier. To me, he's their best guy of beating man coverage as he was the week before, and really thought they should have gone to that more so. They're going to end up having an incomplete pass here. What they're going to do here, Hunter Henry's going to block the guy head up him, and then Tyquan Thornton's going to look to go inside, and you're going to have Ramondre come all the way around. A couple things here that I don't overly love. I'd love really Thornton to get up more and then come down. He never really presses the corner, so the corner is able to stay flat and wait for Ramondre to come. But you really want him to be pressed more before making that decision. And then Trent Brown's got a heavy pass set here. I don't love it. You know, this guy's far out. You're only going to do so much, but a heavy pass set, I think he ends up getting in the way kind of this Jacoby Myers throw from Mack, where if he'd kind of been a little bit more of a subtle pass rush, maybe he doesn't come upfield as much, but you also at the same time don't want to make him play on the swing pass. Really, you know, Mack's going to complete it at the end of the day. That does not happen here. We'll look at the front here, the front they use throughout 3-4 with the ends and the inside shade of the tackles there, and then the nose guard head up. Outside linebackers, defensive end, excuse me. Outside linebackers pretty far out with one middle linebacker head up there as the other middle linebacker is on Henry in man coverage. You can see here, this is the motion. You see he goes with him, the guy that was covering him, but this outside linebacker is not affected at all by it, something they could use later of you're not going to have help one way. He should be there for run plays back at him. Second and 10 here, sticking with 11 personnel. They're going to go from shotgun down to single back. You're going to get a traditional 3-4 look with two high safeties here from the Dolphins. Again, press coverage to a degree. The corners are pressed. The Jacoby Myers free at the top. They're going to end up in a little bit of a run play here, so hard to tilt the coverage. It's a 5-yard run. They're going to zone out to the right. Everyone basically take a step to the right, tackle out to the end. On way with a hard block there. We'll double the nose to get him out of there. Trent Brown with a hard block here, and those are the two guys that end up making the play here. This defensive end and this inside linebacker, no one blocks him. But 5-yard run, you'll take it all day. Third and 5. This is where you see the true man coverage again, man across the board with corner here, someone on Henry here, another guy on Myers. They brought Melvin Ingram in here, and then corner here. I don't love it from Matt Patricia personally. This is more a zone concept. You got levels on the backside and then little hitch route here. If you're saying that, yes, Nelson Aguilar can just beat his guy, sure, and that's what more or less ends up happening. As you can see, you get defensive pass interference here as Keon Cross is able to do it. They are going to, so it looks like they're bringing the house, and you have man across the board. They do play man, and they drop zone. They end up only bringing 3 guys. They're going to drop the 2 outside linebackers, then one of the inside linebackers is actually going to drop out. So it looked like this was free in the middle, which you would have thought some sort of concept in would have worked, but they end up dropping them. So nice shot with the Patriots not falling into that trap. They didn't really go there, for better or for worse. So a tougher throw for Mack, but they'll get the pass interference, which is all that matters for a first down. First and 10, they're going to go with a little RPO concept. Again, 11 personnel. Same as what you saw earlier, man across the board. This backer is going to go with Hunter Henry inside, and they're going to run a little RPO here with Ramondre inside, Hunter Henry outside, Tyquan Thornton in the middle. One thing, again, I don't love, Tyquan Thornton to me is not the guy you want here. So they're at good leverage points with the corner up in press coverage and the outside linebacker, inside linebacker, able to scrape across the top. Thornton's not going to, Thornton either has to beat this guy off and kind of get that interference, that little pick play, or he has to get open, and he does neither there. He's just, too small at this point. The corner's able to press him. Outside linebacker is able to scrape across and get the 2-yard completion on Henry. And the other thing I don't love is I don't really love running it to Henry. To me, maybe run Jacoby Myers. Hunter Henry's not going to break many tackles on this, 2-yard out route. Jonnu Smith can make that play, but Hunter Henry is not the guy that's able to do it. The other thing I don't love is the leverage here. You can see it here, the leverage he has on Henry. You can see it better here, though. Henry's here, and then 55 guy covering him. So he's outside leverage. You're going outside. I just don't love it from that standpoint. And lastly, what I'll point out, probably should have been a give, in my opinion. Phillips is kind of slow playing it, little shuffle there. He's the key. He's left on block. That to me is a give. At this point, Mac has already decided he's throwing it, but I really would prefer Ramondre, especially 1st and 10, get up there and run the ball. Unless this look was great, this guy was inside, you had a better play from Thornton, then I throw it. But this look right here, I'm running it, get my 3-4 yards, get to 2nd and 10. So from there, you're going to learn a couple things. You learn man coverage, what the Dolphins are going to be in, which is what they use. They use man coverage, and they switch to zone later, and then end the game with man. So you're going to get man, get around man beating routes. And the front was pretty consistent the entire time of these ends inside. Nose head up, middle linebacker straight over the center, and then far out defensive end. So a couple things I learned on the way to this touchdown drive to open the game. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and check out our next video.